Having attended my nephew's engagement party the night before, I was feeling a wee bit fragile. I had intended behaving myself at the party, but I can occasionally be easily led. So, out with George and Stu today, and I have to confess, I'm not feeling at my best.
That's like a guy with a shovel in the belly.
Alright! Stu arrived early, so he already had an AAT loops warm-up lap in his leg, so he'd done 6 miles. Would he pay for that later on? Time will tell. Our plan was to cycle over the Crow Road, south to north, then the tack, north to south, before turning round and climbing the tack again from the more difficult south side. George and I had around a 9-mile warm-up from setting off to the base of the Crow Road climb. According to Strava, I've done this climb 8 times, with my best time being 19 minutes 33 seconds back in July 2017. I wasn't trying to beat my PB this time, but was considerably slower at 34 minutes and 35 seconds, although George and I did stop to take in the views for a wee while at the car park. If you're enjoying this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Thanks. It's mostly gravel riding that we do, but if you'd like to follow any of our routes, you can download the GPX files by following me on Strava at Douglas Gilligan RACC or on Commute at Specialised Doug. There's a pretty waterfall off to your left hand side as you make your way up the climb. Having both these climbs so close together means that you can easily complete a wee loop, taking the 2 of them in, and you'll only have covered about 28 miles. A sharp start, it's quite steep, steepens up a bit again just after the car park. It definitely flattens out towards the top, the Crow Road climb. It's only sitting at about 3 or 4% now, between about 3 and 4. Towards the top, nice wee breeze now to cool us down. Happy days. Stuart and George had put an effort in and had a chance to take 5 at the top of the climb as they waited for me cresting. If you're looking to post a time for the Crow Road, remember to continue past the road sign as that's where the segment finishes. Over the years I've watched these houses being built. It seems as if they've been working on them forever, and I'm starting to wonder if it's Petricelli that's building them. If it wasn't for the scaffolding on the back end here, it looks as though they've finally finished. The descent to Fintry from the summit of the Crow is good fun. The bends are mostly gentle, but a little care should be taken at the small bridge, and especially towards the end where the bends get much tighter as the descent also steepens, so I'd recommend a little extra caution towards the end. As we made our way around the back of the bowling club, I was viciously attacked by a stinging nettle. A dope leaf was quickly found to sort it. I thoroughly recommend the Fintry Indoor Bowling Club for a bit of lunch. They have nice coffee, several tasty options on the menu and an enticing selection of cakes, and the prices are very reasonable. Fintry's a pretty wee village. I was impressed with the front of the Fintry Inn, the village church, and I've always loved this wee bungalow at the start of the climb over towards the Carn Valley. This climb over to the B818 is a bit nippy, especially when you still get your cafe legs on. We did a gravel ride round here a few years ago, and this is where we crossed over from the Cairn Valley mountain bike trails and into the wind farm on the other side of the road. There were so many motorbikes past us at this point with German licence plates that I started to wonder if there was an invasion underway that we hadn't heard about. I've always loved the look of these two houses, and they must have some beautiful views over the reservoir. About a mile after the end of the reservoir, we turned off the B818 and onto our second main climb of the day. This is us starting the climb of the Tak from the north side. This is the easier side to start. A bit shorter, not quite as steep I think. But from memory, we shall see. After crossing this wee bridge, the road rolls past this small fishery. A resident fishing expert, Stu, explained to me that it was a little too sunny at that time of the day for catching fish, which probably explained why the banks were devoid of any anglers. Coming over the Tak from the north is mostly a shortish, rolly type climb which rises about 400 feet. Around halfway up in a wee dip there's a ford to be crossed. On the day the water level was pretty low, but I would advise anyone to cross it slowly, as it's a cobblestone bottom. I crossed it once with a bit of speed a few years ago, and I won't be doing it again anytime soon. Big George was climbing well, and had plenty of time to stop and get a few pictures of us nearing the top. As we crested we could see that there had been some rain earlier in the day. At 1200 feet altitude, you get a great view over Glasgow looking south and west, and out towards the Firth of Forth looking east. After getting some drone footage, we set off on our first descent. It was a wee bit windy and the road surface is a bit broken in places, so we weren't battering it. When we reached the bottom we had a wee discussion. The plan was to turn around and climb it again from the south side, and whilst it was a bit of a thought, we just got our big boy pants on and set off back up it.
Yeah. We're going for it.
Climbing the Tak from the south, or the south side, is a different proposition. Rather than 400 feet, it climbs 800 feet in 2.5 miles and has an average gradient of 6%. There are a couple of really steepy sections around the middle and towards the top which hit 16 and 20% respectively, so it's pretty tough. There's a steepy start when you climb through a wee group of houses. As you can see, the road surface is in pretty poor condition in places. There is a quarry about a third of the way up the climb, and heavy vehicles are probably taking their toll on the roads. Wee flat section here. Maybe it starts to go up again, I think. It's raining quite heavy over there, look. It was nice to crest the climb. I've only done the Tak 4 times previously, with my best time being 18 minutes 5 seconds, and that was in August 2018. My time today was my second best at 25 minutes and 37 seconds. As we left, the rain was coming on. As this was our second descent in quick succession, I picked a much smoother line this time. There really are some nasty potholes on this road that you wouldn't want to hit at high speed. We then had a fairly flattish 10 miles to make it back to the cars. As we reached the southwesterly side of the A80 loops again, Stu was feeling his 6 additional warm-up miles. He put a big effort in the front and then died a death just before the Col de Moor heat. We had a great day. Jump on the bike can often be a great way to blow off the cobwebs, and doing so in a couple of iconic Scottish climbs did the trick for me. In the ride by the numbers, we covered 46 miles with 3,600 feet of climbing. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.